What's going on, everybody? It's been a minute since I've been on any lawn shark videos. It's not because I have lost interest or anything like that. I just thought I'd take some time off. Had a couple weeks off from work during Christmas, and I wanted to just spend time with my family. I also got to do a 1 week trip to Utah to celebrate my 25th anniversary with my wife. It was a really, really good trip. The weather out there was beautiful, and got the pleasure of not only getting to do a bunch of snowboarding, which I suck at. Oh, yeah. But I also got to meet John Perry, so really neat meeting him. I'd always heard some great things about him, and truthfully, everything that you hear about him and about what a nice guy, what a great guy he is absolutely true. Looking forward to going out there. I've got friends out there, so I'm sure that he and I will cross paths again. Today, I wanted to kind of walk you guys around the lawn. The weather's really nice today, and I wanted to talk a little bit about weed control in a Bermuda lawn during the winter. One of the beauties of Bermuda grass is the fact that it's brown. So if it's green in your grass and you have a Bermuda lawn, you need to kill it because it's not your grass. Unless, like in a couple of areas in my lawn where I've planted fescue or perennial ryegrass, simply because of the fact that the Bermuda won't grow because it's too shady. So we'll walk around a little bit. I'll show you what I'm looking at. I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple ways that I get rid of weeds. One's a little bit more harsher than the other one, but just take a look. So let's start off with the front. As you can tell, it's a pretty uniform brown on the front. I know a lot of people hate this stuff. I get it. I don't blame you. But the cool thing about it is that when you see green like that, you know that those are weeds and they don't belong there. So we can handle all of that weed control pretty simply at this point. We can do one of two things. So the harshest thing you can do is use Roundup, or really what the active ingredient is in Roundup is glyphosate. So if you can get the product and it says glyphosate, it's basically the active ingredient that you would get in Roundup. So I have used Roundup in the lawn before. I have a video that I will link up in the eye that kind of shows how I did that. It actually is very effective. The Bermuda recovers really nicely, so that's not a big deal. But this year, I'm not going to do that because I don't have as big of a weed problem. So this year, I'm going to do mostly pulling, and I'm going to use the Roundup to kill the weeds that are actually in the areas that are not going to really affect the lawn as much. All right, so let's start off with getting this thing all pumped up, ready to go. So I use 2 different bottles. I do not mix herbicides with fertilizer. So I do have one that is a battery powered sprayer, and I will use that only for my fertilizer. This Roundup, I mean, it's easy because the bottle's already labeled as Roundup, but I only use this for Roundup. All right, so that should be enough. Yes, as you can see right here, this is all rocks, so I'm not terribly worried about killing any grass here. But like I said, the only problem over here is that I've got all of my fescue, and we do not want to hit the fescue because that will kill it. The Bermuda, I'm not too worried about, but this stuff over here, no big deal. Just keep it off of the fescue. Probably want to stay away from the edges here, but I like to live dangerous, so I'm going to leave it alone. But other than that, you can see like all of this stuff is kind of bare. Hopefully that'll come back when the Bermuda comes out of dormancy. So like some of these smaller areas, I don't mind hitting a little bit of the Roundup on it because it will come back. But I'm going to stay away from some of these bare spots because they're already kind of stressed out. Also, you don't want to do this when it's too cold. And the reason why is because it's not as effective. You want the weeds to be in a state of growth because you want the temperature to be high enough where they're kind of active. If it's too cold, the weeds may be green, but they're not actively absorbing any nutrients. So I'm going to use the Roundup up here, and then I'm going to show you what I do with some of the POA in the back and how I handle all of that stuff. But right here, there's only a few spots, and that's why I'm just going to do this Roundup on the front, because for the most part, it's actually pretty clean. All of this green that's up here, that is all the perennial ryegrass on this side, and that's the fescue that I planted for my neighbor. We don't want to spray any of this stuff because we'll kill it, because it is green right now, but it's actually doing pretty well. It's kind of in a dormant state right now. It's green, but it's not moving. We've had some really cold temperatures lately. Today's like the first day in a couple weeks that we've actually had some good weather. So this stuff here is weeds. I don't mind killing all of this stuff, really, to be honest with you, because the Bermuda is going to kick back in. All right. That is pretty much all of it. Oh, and also, don't step in this stuff, because then you're going to track it all over the place. All right, that's it. That's the whole front, believe it or not. So now let's switch to my other method of removal. Now, my preferred method of weed removal in the lawn is actually to pull it by hand. And the reason why is because the less chemicals that we put into the ground, the better. Now, right around here on the perimeter, the reason why it's so green and right here there's not that many weeds is because you got to remember, concrete does retain a lot of heat, and that actually helps to warm up the soil temperatures, and that's what helps grow a lot of those weeds. I'm just going to do a quick pull of these, and then we will call it a day. Oh, yeah. So now this one here is a dandelion. Problem with this one is that it's got a taproot that goes really, really deep. And so I broke that off. Actually, he's small enough that I think we got him. But no matter what you do with dandelions, they usually have a big taproot that goes pretty deep. And unless you can get it, and you're not gonna be able to get to it 9 times out of 10, you just need to round up that sucker. Alright folks, well that's pretty much it. As you can tell, I do not really like to use chemicals. I like to use chemicals as little as possible, but I will use them. My preferred method is to pull. It's actually a little therapeutic to pull those weeds, but it is a little chilly out here, so I mean, you do what you got to do. I will be out in the lawn a little bit more frequently as it starts to warm up. It's just not warm right now, and it's not going to be warm for at least a few more weeks, but spring is right around the corner, so don't lose hope. If you like this video, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. If you want to be notified of future videos, don't forget to hit that bell, and we will see you on the next one. Have a great week, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.